Okay, Fantasy Life is finally here. Fantasy Life I, to be specific. I don't know what the I stands for. Do you know what the I stands for?
No idea.
What would you say that Fantasy Life is like?
Definitely Animal Crossing. I also get Stardew Valley and Zelda vibes.
That's the Holy Trinity right there. This game is very, very good. We're having a really nice time with it. We are playing it side by side. So we've got two screens, we've got two Xboxes, and that's how we're playing it. I do want to set the expectation that the multiplayer in this game is not probably what you think it is. Essentially, you'll be joining sort of an instance-like environment. It's sort of similar to Animal Crossing in some respects, with a little bit of Monster Hunter Wilds. We've obviously name-dropped a lot of awesome games, but the way that it works is that you would be joining someone's island and then from there going on an adventure together in an open world. But there are time limits, which is a little bit strange. So essentially what I'm saying is that if you want to play through the story together, that's not what this game is. There is a couch co-op component to it as well. I actually played it earlier with Jade. Jade's our 4-year-old daughter, and she had a really good time with it. But again, you're not actually running around as a second character. You're running around as this bird called Trip. Well, you're flying around anyway. And Trip has limited abilities. He has the ability to be able to throw bombs and attack and help you do things like chopping down trees and stuff. But it is quite limited, but it's fantastic for a kid. If a kid wants to follow you around, but the main person is controlling the camera, controlling all those scenes. So yes, there is couch co-op, but again, it's not couch co-op the way that you probably think it is. So with all that being said, we're going to show you today how multiplayer works, and maybe you can decide for yourself whether or not Fantasy Life I is for you.
Okay, so a few hours into the game, you'll be presented with the option to create your own town, and from there you'll have your own guild hall, which is different to the guild hall that is available in the main town. If you really speedrun this, you could probably get here in about an hour, but it took me about 4 or so hours before it became available to me. To be able to join a game with your friends, just head over to Colm at the back part of the guild office and click on online play. In this case, if I want to be able to recruit members, I can go in and I can set a series of different conditions. So the conditions that we're looking at here is basically down to destination. In this case, I just want to go out and explore the island. Now you'll notice in the right-hand corner there, it sets it for a period of 30 minutes. I don't know why there is a timer on this. But to be able to find your friends, there are a number of different ways of being able to do it. One way that I could suggest that you would do it is to create a keyword. By creating a keyword, it means that other people, whether or not they're on the same platform as you, can find you. You can also go ahead and set a password as well. In this case, I'm not going to go ahead and do this, but you can see that there is an option here to allow other platforms or not. So if I hit not allowed, then it's just restricting it to Xbox in my case. Otherwise, OK will allow me to connect to all other platforms. And then I go ahead and I hit recruit. And from there, your friends, or in this case, my wife, who is sitting next to me right now, can head over to Colm and go through the same process. Selecting online play, selecting yes. The keyword that I selected was pain, so she'll go ahead and type in pain. And from there, immediately, she can join me. Now this will work, as mentioned, cross-platform, so it's a great way to be able to track down your friends. Just use keyword search, and it will make it nice and easy for you. And as you can see, the screens are both set up, and there she is. Now in that last example, we would have been able to explore our local island. However, I'm going to show you another way to be able to explore the open world. Now, as I mentioned, if you're not up to this point yet, this might be a bit of a spoiler for you. So I recommend coming back to this a little bit later if you don't want to be spoiled at all. But to do that, we're going to go ahead and select Explore, and any of this can be changed at any point once somebody joins. And we're going to select the starting area of the West Dry Ridge Desert. You can set certain parameters, but we're not going to set a keyword on this one. We're just going to go ahead and hit Recruit. And the reason is that we're on the same platform. So once that is done, we then have the ability to be able to speak to Colm, head over to Next, go to invite a friend, and from there you can invite anybody from your friends list. So in this case, I'm on Xbox. I can just go ahead and invite another person on Xbox. I'll receive the same, and then I can go ahead and join. Now my wife has set this session to explore, which means that if I was to go ahead and hit ready up, we would get ready to depart for the big open world. So I simply hit that I'm ready, and then my wife will select head out by pressing RB in this case because she's on Xbox. This is very, very similar to the way Monster Hunter Wilds operates. And there we go. We now have the option to start exploring. And much like Monster Hunter Wilds, there is a timer. So that's probably the way that I would look at this. You're essentially being able to run around in the big open world together for a period of 60 minutes. Once that 60-minute timer runs out, you'll end up going back to the island that we just saw a few moments ago, and then you will need to go and start again. There are challenges that you can complete, so that bar that you can see up in the top there, you can fill that out to complete a variety of different challenges that are present around the island. And nothing is stopping you from going ahead and exploring the entire open world. You are just restricted to that 60-minute time limit. Now, this is a first for us, but it appears as though somebody else has found our game and they have joined us. So I actually have no idea who this person is. If you happen to be watching this video, then welcome. I suspect that they would have found us because we didn't set any kind of passcode on our game. So let's run over here and see if we can say hi to them. There's also greetings as well. We get this by clicking in the left thumbstick. Now, because we're in an early access period of the game, I haven't actually seen anybody play this yet. So it's really, really cool that somebody was able to find our game quite quickly and join us. As I mentioned before, the open world is not a true open world. So if you are picking this game up because you want to be able to play multiplayer story with your friends, or in this case with my wife, then that's not really what this is about. It's more of a single player experience with some multiplayer bits sort of tacked on if you want to be able to run around and fight bosses together. Now, if you notice on the map, there are a series of glowing sort of red auras, and those are challenges. So if I go ahead and mark a challenge, we can go over and complete them. We'll just head over there now. Just be aware that if you are marking something on your own map, the other person won't be able to see it, so you'll have to just mention where it is. This is a challenge. This is an area challenge where we take down all monsters. We're getting another party member. We're doing all right for ourselves. So even in early access, this game is alive and well. This is the first time we've ever had anybody join us, let alone 2 extra people, which is really, really awesome. So now that area challenge has been complete, and as you can see up the top, we've got 5 out of 100. So we essentially have 60 minutes to be able to complete that entire bar. You can also access play history at any point on the weird pad to be able to see other players that have joined you. Somebody completed the challenge by themselves. We're not particularly high level, so. If you select End Exploration as the host, it doesn't end the session. So we're just going to end up going back to the island. And then from there, we can go ahead and run around the island or do something else. And as you can see, the adventure is complete. So that's going to bring everybody with us back to the island. And now we can all run around together. You can also give gifts. So you can give a gift to anybody that is in your party. And the other player will get a receiving gift icon, so they'll know what they're receiving almost straight away. And if you want to wrap things up, you can also visit Colm and hit send home and select a specific person to be able to send home, which is really just a nice way of kicking somebody out of your session. The other player will get a network error in that case.
That's it for this one. I had fun with that. I wasn't expecting so many people to join us.
Yeah.
We had like 4 or 5 people join us. We had people leave.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is in early access and people are just, they're in. People are paying for this. I actually saw on Steam already, there's so many reviews for this. So people are happily paying for the 3 days of early access to be able to get into it. I don't do that very often.
Yeah, I think that part, it felt quite social. You know, it could be a plus for some people. I personally thought that it was great, but you know, it does stop the game every time somebody joins. So some people might find that quite disruptive.
Yeah.
But you know, if you do find that, then I would suggest putting on a password or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Actually having other players join where it wasn't just you and I running around together was awesome. So yeah, I don't know. It's a great game. It's still totally worth getting into. You know, if you can overlook the fact that you're not running around and playing the story together. We're going to leave you with a little bit of footage. My wife continued to play with these 3 randoms. You ended up going up against the boss, which was pretty cool. So we're just going to let that play for you to see sort of how that played out. And otherwise, we'll see you in another video, I guess. Bye.
Bye.